This is the Scrap Metal and Commodities Recycling Report by BENLEE Roll-Off, Lugger, and Open-Top Trailers and Raleigh Goldsboro Metal Recycling, March 28, 2016. In this report, last week commodities were down a bit, mainly due to the strengthening of the US dollar, which by definition means lower commodity prices. US steel production fell slightly after hitting a 5-month high. With the tariffs on foreign steel continuing to kick in, production should increase in the weeks to come. Oil prices, which rose for the past few months, fell last week and took the oil rig count down with it. Oil rigs, which remain major users of steel, are now down a staggering almost 77% from where they were only 17 months ago. This dramatic decline remains a major drag on multiple parts of the economy. While U.S. steel scrap prices have not changed during the month, reports from some of the largest scrap operators in the Northeast, Midwest, and Southeast are reporting that scrap steel prices might be up $30 or more per gross ton, which is about $1.25 per 100 pounds. Hot-rolled coil steel prices continue coming up from their lows. Reports have been coming in from many places about increases in finished steel prices. Stainless steel scrap prices remain up slightly, but in reality, really are very low. Copper prices, after rising nicely for many months, came down to where they started out in March, losing 4 weeks of increases. The US dollar getting stronger is really a key to making this happen. Copper in reality is still just slightly ahead of the approximate 7-year low that we saw a few months ago. Copper prices, being a major indicator of the economy, remain weak. The major reduction in global trade that we have been reporting on is really not getting better. Aluminum prices also came down last week, which is also attributed to the US dollar getting stronger. And while looking at aluminum's 5-year chart, we see aluminum is really close to its 7-year lows, again showing commodity prices are not increasing across the board as many say. Existing home sales, a key measure of the U.S. economy, were down in February more than expected. The good news is that many believe the low sales were due to low inventory of homes for sale. More homes need to be built, which is great for jobs and great for commodities. This chart showing iron ore mining rates in China tells a very tough story. Rates are down significantly, which will be part of the price stabilization in the months to come. Commercial Metal Corporation reported earnings last week, and while they reported losses in their recycling operation, the loss was smaller than a year ago, which is positive in this very tough environment. Our thanks to Premier Truck Sales and Rental for placing the first order for a BENLEE Lugger truck after our acquisition of Huge Haul. The unit will now become part of their rental fleet and will be in the BENLEE booth next week in the annual ISRI Scrap Recycling Industry Meeting and Exposition in Las Vegas. Related, if you have been sitting on the fence as to whether to go or not to the ISRI meeting next week, it will be one of the largest display floors in ISRI history, so it is a great opportunity to see an enormous amount of industry suppliers all in one day. Lastly, as a positive, while we wish all a belated Happy Easter, Americans spent a record $17 billion on Easter, with $2.4 billion being spent on just candy. This is another sign that while much of the middle class continues to struggle, things are getting better slowly. With that, we hope all have a safe and profitable week. My name is Greg Brown.